intercepts, and then perpendicular lines meet at a 90-degree angle, right? So they'd have inverse slopes.
Negative multiplicative inverse. M1 equals the opposite of 1 over M2. Negative multiplicative inverses of each other. Okay, so let's look on page. And one other thing, horizontal and vertical lines. Let's also discuss that, the slope of those, so I don't forget. So we also have vertical lines, perpendicular, horizontal, sorry. Okay. Can anyone tell us about the slope of a vertical line and the slope of a horizontal line? The slope of a vertical. So let's start with horizontal line. The slope of this line, what is it?
Would it be 0?
Very good. The slope of a horizontal line is 0. What is the slope of a vertical line?
Would it be infinite?
The slope of a vertical line is undefined. It's not infinite, it does not exist at all. Good. Very good. So now we're ready to look at some problems, applications, etc., etc. And then we'll talk about just some applications. So please open on page 44, assuming you can. Okay, I think I'm on page 6. So page 44. Let's graph a line. Allow me to choose the first one. So let's say we have f of x equals negative x plus 3, and this is problem 16. So the problem will ask you to graph using x and y intercepts. Brianna, again, can you tell us how to determine the x and y intercepts? Brianna, are you with us? So can anyone tell us? Alex, do you remember how we determine the x-intercept? Very good. For the x-intercept, y equals 0. This is y. So 0 equals negative x plus 3. And the easiest thing to do is just move negative x to the left-hand side. So then x equals 3. Can anyone give us the ordered pair that represents the x-intercept?
3, 0.
Very good. 3 for x, 0 for y. How do we determine the y-intercept?
F of 0.
Yes, we said x equal to 0. We have to find f of 0. Can anyone? That's an easy one. How much is f of 0?
3.
Very good. Can anyone now give us the ordered pair that we just determined for the y-intercept?
0, 3.
Very good. Awesome. We are going to plot those two. Since this is a line, as we discussed, we will connect and extend. So 3, 0, 0, 3, 3, 0. We connect the points and extend the line, put arrows on both sides, and we have x, origin, y, and next to the graph, above, below, it doesn't matter, anywhere you want, you have to write f of x equals negative x plus 3. And this is how we graph using x and y intercepts. Are we okay? Do we need to choose anything else from 1 through 18 or we move on? Okay, let's move on. Find the slope and the y-intercept. So I would like to look at 24. 24 on the same page, 44. We are given 2x plus 2y plus 8 equals 0. They're asking us to find the slope and the y-intercept. What do we need to do? Gabby, you want to give it a shot? What do we need to do in order to find the slope and the y-intercept?
Rise over run for the slope.
We don't have 2 points, so that will not work though.
Put it in y equals mx plus b form.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Who was that?
Michelle.
Michelle, yes, I thought so. So solve for y. So we solve for y. What is the first step towards solving for y? Amin? We want to solve for y. What is the first step?
You set x to 0.
We want to solve for y. What is the first step?
You set x to 0.
We want to solve for y. It has nothing to do with setting x to 0.
Would you divide by 2?
Yeah, you want to simplify? I completely agree. So then we have x plus y plus 4 equals 0. I completely agree with that.
And
Always
then
simplify, yes?
would you subtract x
Very,
and 4?
very good.
Oh, or just y?
We are solving for y, so we will move x to the other side. We will move 4 to the other side. Perfect, excellent. So now, can anyone read the slope for us? Noor?
Would the slope be negative 1?
Yes. And the y-intercept in an order pair format.
Zero, negative 4.
Very good. So this is the y-intercept. And this is the slope. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, moving on. So please choose anything you want from 27 to 36, or I will. Okay, what about 34? In 34, we are given, it says y-intercept 0.7, and the slope is 4/3. We're asked to write the equation of the line. Anyone would like to try? Amanda, you would like to try?
Okay, it should be 4/3 x plus 7, right? Sorry, y equals.
Very good. That's it. Thank you very much. 37 through 50. Anyone would like to choose? Savannah, you like to choose?
Could we do 43? Just
43 it is, that's fine. And we have negative 3 over 16, comma, negative 1/2, good pick. And we're not going to ask you to pick again. No, I'm just kidding, of course. 5/8 and negative 3/4. We need to see something like this because you may have something in the homework. So very good pick. So the question is asking us to find the slope of the line given the points, and they don't want us to do anything else. They just want to find the slope. Okay, they want us to find the slope. Can anyone give us the definition of the slope? Noor, can you give us now the definition? Lake?
It would be negative 3/4 minus negative 1/2.
Very good. Negative 3/4 minus a negative number. I'm not going to waste my time.
And then it would be 5/8 minus negative or plus 3/16.
Excellent. Great job. Perfect. Can anyone give us the least common denominator in the numerator and then in the denominator?
8.
So what is the least common denominator in the denominator?
4.
Very good. And in the denominator?
16.
Very good. What do we need to multiply by? 4 was multiplied by what to get 4?
1.
Good. Nothing. And 2 was multiplied by?
2.
2.
Good. So what should I have at the top? Careful, because there is a negative 3 times 1 and 1 times 2.
Negative 1.
Yes, negative 3 plus 2. For everyone to see, but you're right, it's negative 1. Correct. So 8 was multiplied by what?
2.
Good.
2.
The same thing at the top. 16 was multiplied by?
1.
Very good. We don't even have to write anything. So now careful what you have. This product plus this product. 10 plus 3. We copy the top again. You're right. It's negative 1/4. We copy the denominator. Is 13/16. When I divide a negative number by a positive number, I want to take care of the sign first. What is the sign when I divide a negative by a positive?
Negative.
Good. I copy 1/4 and I multiply by, Gabby?
Of it.
Gabby, are you with us?
Yeah, sorry, it's 16/13.
Very good. We do not multiply. We simplify first if we can. If we cannot, then we have to multiply. Can anybody simplify this for us? Zainab?
Negative 4
Yeah.
over 13.
So 4 divided by 4 and 16 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4, 16 divided by 4. And the final simplified form of this slope is?
4/13.
Negative 4 over 13.
Very good.
Over 13.
Good. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. My mistake. I copied 3 and move on to something else. Sorry about that. Moving on. Do we need anything else? Or can we look at word problems now? Okay. So, if anyone could share this screen with us, problem 72 on page 45. 72 on page 45. If anyone, I gave permission, you can share your screen if you'd like. That will really help us.
I'm pulling it up now.
Thank you. Page 45.
What was the problem number?
7245. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's read 72 on page 45. The straight line depreciation. So I think it's tie line, I'm not sure exactly. Electric uses the function b. So b of t, let's copy it. B of t, negative 700t plus 3500. Find the book value b of t. So b of t is book value in dollars of a photocopier t years after its purchase. So t is time measured in years. And they're giving us the graph. Now I can read the questions. You don't have to change the page. What do the numbers negative 700 and 3500 represent? Can anyone tell us what is negative 700?
Direct.
The slope.
Very good. And also, let's see what it represents. So if you'd like to stop sharing for a moment so we can discuss this. Indeed, this is the slope because this is y equals mx plus b. So this is definitely the slope. But what it represents is the key here. So the slope is indeed negative 700. First, I want the measurement unit. Can anyone give us the measurement unit of this?
Negative 700 over 1.
Measurement unit is something like kilometers, pounds, meters, yards, feet. That's the measurement unit.
Would it be dollars?
$2.
Remember, this is rise over run.
It's the
It has to have
value.
a measurement unit coming from the top and a measurement unit coming from the bottom.
the book value over the number of years.
Yes, it's in dollars per year. So careful, every slope has two measurement units because it's a ratio of two variables. This variable is the y value, which is measured in dollars. This variable is the x variable, which is measured in years. So one more time, the slope is negative $700 per year, which means, in words, can anyone give it a shot?
So when the book's like initially made, it automatically loses $700 in value?
So it's dollars per year. Something happens every year.
Oh, so every year that it's like present, it loses $700?
So every year, the book value decreases by $700. So each year, the book value decreases by $700 because it's negative. If it were positive, what would you have said? Michelle?
It would increase by
Correct.
$700.
Correct. Everyone with me so far? Okay, now let's discuss what 3,500 represents.
It's the value of the book in 0 years.
So initial book value, or maybe it's the initial cost or investment. So this is what we paid for it. So when t equals 0 years, if you buy a new car today, and let's say it's brand new for my example, and let's say you pay this. That's what you paid. It's the initial value, and this is what you paid. Okay, that's part A. Part B. How long will it take the copier to depreciate completely? So if you'd like to share the graph one more time with us. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, Shvam, can you look at the graph and tell us when will the copier depreciate completely?
Does that mean like just decrease?
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
Does that mean like when it like decreases?
When it will depreciate in value completely, yes.
So when it will be worth nothing.
Worth nothing.
So at like 5 years?
Very good, awesome. So y equals 0, or b of t, same thing, equals 0 when t equals 5 years. Very good. Okay, what is the domain of b? Final question. Domain of b of t.
bracket 0, 5 bracket.
That's it. That's the domain. You can stop sharing, and thank you very much for that. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, I would like to look at one more problem. I don't know if we have 6 minutes left. Hopefully we can finish it. If not, we'll finish it up on Wednesday. 86. 86 on page 47.